Happy time, friends. If you are a learner of C programming, I'm sure you'll have a great kind of challenge in learning the entire concepts. I've started learning C programming. Almost 4 times I've attempted to learn the C programming. But friends, fortunately or unfortunately, I could move further or beyond these pointers. Pointers is a place where I'm forced to stop by myself. The reason behind that is I couldn't understand the concept of pointers in C programming. But one time I took it as a challenge. I started learning about pointers with a little bit of understanding on memory mapping. And friends, in this session we are going to see how we can have a greater understanding in pointers with the help of memory mapping. And friends, when I say memory, it's not our memory, it's a memory in the system or in the computer. Now as soon as we say pointers, we'll ask what is the use of pointers and why do we need to learn about pointers? It's a very important thing because the C programming, the power of the C programming lies in pointers. If you understand a little bit on the memory arrangement, I'm sure you'll really enjoy doing the programming with C language. And to understand the concept of pointers, let us now get into a real-time example. Now, I'm an entity in this world. If people want me to contact, there are different ways to contact me through my father, through my mother, through my brother, through my sister, through my friends. There are different ways. But if at all anybody needs to contact me directly, they need my address. It may be anything, a postal address. Take a paper and write down your home address, a postal address. I'm sure it will be unique. And if you write down your email ID, that will be unique because those are all addresses. Using the address, we can directly contact anybody in this world. That's a main reason, or that's a main objective of having pointers in C language. And friends, let us get into learning pointers in C program. And friends, before getting into pointer, let us now do a basic coding in C program. The first thing, I would like to store a value and a variable. What I do, the variable is an integer type. So what I do, I just declare the variable int a. Now what happens as soon as we declare a variable int a, at the time of execution of this program, now let us consider this as a memory. And this portion is a memory. Treat this portion as a memory. When when the system executes this particular instruction, what happens in the memory? In the memory, there will be a space allocated. There will be a space allocated, and this space will be labeled as A. The space will be allocated, and the space is labeled as A. And friends, any entity in this world will have an address. Only with the address we can access the entity directly. So that means anything in the memory will have an address. In that sense, when I declare a variable A, you have a space in memory and this will be labeled as A and it has got an address. Now for example, let us consider the address of this place as 101. Now what I do, I would like to add or I would like to allocate some value for this variable. Now let us see, if I do that, I'm declaring or I'm assigning a value for A. So A is equal to 20. What happens in the memory? As soon as I say A is equal to 20, the value 20 will be stored here. The value 20 is stored here because variable A has the value of 20. Now this is how the memory looks. Now I'd like to add pointer for this particular variable. What I need to do is I need to declare a pointer variable. Declaring pointer variable is very simple. See, now I have a variable. Okay, let us say P is a pointer variable. P is a pointer variable. And when you say pointer variable, it must be having a symbol called asterisk. Now this is a pointer variable. Now what is the type of variable this is going to point? Now this pointer is going to point a variable of type integer. So this pointer variable also must be declared as integer. It's very simple. Friends, let me explain once again. The pointer variable will have asterisk and a variable name. And if you want to make this pointer as a pointer to an integer variable, then this must be declared as integer. If you want to have a pointer for a float variable, we need to declare that pointer as a float. So friends, the variable and the pointer variable for the same thing should have the same data type. Now I've declared the pointer variable p. What will happen in the memory? When we execute this particular instruction, there will be a space allocated for p. See, there is nothing very serious about this asterisk and p. This is variable, that's it. So the name, the space or the label of this particular space will be it's p. Whenever you have a variable in the memory, it will have an address as usual. So let us have this as 201. Now I have a pointer variable p, and then it has got a space and it has got an address. Now I need to make this pointer to point to this particular variable, for which we need to use a simple instruction like p is equal to ampersand a. That means I'm going to assign this is nothing but address. Now when I say ampersand a, this is nothing but an address. So we are going to store the address of the variable a in p. That's it, very simple. So the address of the variable is stored in p. Now what is the address of the variable a? See, the address of the variable a is 101. So 101 will be stored in p. That means this 101 is getting stored here. Now look at the memory. Now this pointer p, now see, it's pointing to this particular variable. That's it. And friends, let me explain once again. Now I have a variable a, and we declare a variable a. There will be a space created, and the space label will be a, and it will have its own address. Address is very unique. And then if I need a pointer for this particular variable a, so let me go for p. And as being this p as a pointer, we have an asterisk. So this is a pointer variable. And which variable it's going to point? It's going to point a integer variable. So declare that variable as an integer. Now to make, when you execute this instruction, there will be a space allocated here. The label is p, and it will have its own address. But to make this p as a pointer to the variable a, we assign the value or address of a in p. That's it. Now p has become a pointer to the variable a. Now the variable a is got, the value for a is 20. Now let us see how to access this value. There are two ways to access this value. One is through a, another one is through p. In simple term, to access the value of a through a, it's very simple. So use a statement printf. It's very simple, printf. The value of a through a is, now let us say, when you say a, that's it. So here we are using the variable a directly. See, here we are using the variable directly. This is direct. Directly we are accessing the value of a. Now let us access the value of a through the pointer. It's very simple. Again, the same statement. It's very simple differences. Here we have used the value a or variable a directly. Here will be using it in a different way. So through p is, so here we'll be using pointer p. So here it is through the pointer. Here it is direct and here it is through pointer. So what happens when you have a format specific here, the percentage D, it will immediately look for the variable. Now when it looks for the variable A, it will go to the place where the label is A and it will access the value and then it will print it as 20. Now when you are accessing the value through pointer, when you are accessing the value of A through pointer, what will happen? Let us see in this way. Now whenever there is a pointer, see now you are going to access the pointer in this way. When you say P, look at the memory. What is value stored in P? It is 101. Now, during the execution, it look at in this way that P is 101. And then when you say star, it will treat this 101 as an address and it will go to the place and then it will access the value stored in the address. This is a very simple concept which we need to understand. See, when you say pointer variable, when you say accessing the value through pointer, if you have asterisk and P, right, just look at the variable. This variable, value of this variable is 101. And when you see star P, then treat this 101 as an address, go to that particular location and access the value. That's it. It's very, very simple. The pointer is a very, very simple concept. Only thing is, whenever you write a program, do this memory mapping. When you have a memory map, it will be very easy to understand. And friends, if you want to go for a double pointer, it's very again simple. See, you need to declare a double pointer as int star q. Now, like to make this q as a pointer variable to the variable a, but as a double pointer. So it's simple. What you need to do is you need to now assign the address of p in q. Address of q is equal to address of p. Now what happens in the memory? There will be a space created for q. There is a space created for q. Now here the address of q may be 301. The value is stored here. See, q is equal to ampersand p. That means the address of p is stored here. Now q has become the pointer for variable p. Now accessing the variable of the value of a through q is very, very simple. You need to understand this in this way. See, now if you say double star q, what happens? Just hide this star or q. Now what is the value of q? It's 201. And go for 1 star. Treat this as an address and go to that location, access this value. Now I've accessed that value 101. Now if you look at another star, we'll treat that 101 as an address and we'll go to that particular location and access the value. Friends, points are very, very, very understanding the concept of pointer is very, very simple with a help of memory mapping. Hope you have enjoyed this session. I'm sure you'll be writing C programming with pointers in a wonderful way hereafter. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you.